Our heart leaps in jubilee when illuminated of Christ's radiance, the Son of the Most High, born of woman, infinity encompassed by the finite. All things are possible for him, and so courage easily sparks without a second thought. When his wisdom and passion flows forth in natural harmony, when his zeal fills your heart with brilliance and bliss, liberation floats up into a euphoria. Such wondrous triumphs we have in Christ. Such hope to us is no wish, but fact. We have more prosperity than anything in this world. We master the world, knowing within that soon we'll awaken, and everything stolen from us will bloom into dance. Tranquility taken now will not fail us in time to come. And though it be yet for a time, it is sure. And though it be not yet, its brilliance beams outward into kindness toward God's people. Its magnitude inspires strength spilt over into this world. Despite the brokenness of our faculties, what exists, yet only seen by faith, renews us. And it is by trust we connect to such great generosity. We're elevated to a height limited only by this brain, its body, and its world. Vibrant colors await us, and the eyes to take it in. Ethereal sounds, stellar forms, breathtaking movements. On earth, we have only 5 senses, so few. We see, we hear, we touch. But what about all the other ways in which we're blind? I would like to bedazzle you about such things, but you can't relate to it. But how do I know? And how do you know? The Spirit teaches us what God has in store. Perhaps it's hard for God to keep a secret with us because he loves us so much. No, God has complete control of his emotions. He wants you to know that he loves you. And what he has for you is at least as wonderful as your earthly thoughts can reach. Unbelievers don't have this. Hell awaits them. God holds nothing against those who admit what he did, but God holds everything against those who don't acknowledge what he did. After this life, unbelievers, his enemies, will be separated from God day and night, ever and ever, weeping, gnashing, being disgusting, ruined in darkness. But his believers, his children, won't be punished, burned, nor tormented. Marvelous things are to come for God's people. Those who share God's Spirit have things to look forward to which are out of this world. Astoundingly gorgeous things. But not just things. People. Not just ordinary people. Unique children of God. Each superlative in their own magnificence from God. God's children are the best. He'll see to that. If you met that man or that woman in their glorified state, your eyes and mouth would gape open wide, and words would shoot out of your mouth before you realize what you said. You might say, "This is excellency." Or you might fall to your face because of the tremendous glory dispersing from God in this exceptional, rare, and unequaled way. And will you treat God's children lightly? In this world, don't lack care for our brethren, because God is special, and so they're special. Though immature, they are particular, and will soon be most exquisite. After this hunk of flesh and confusion is laid aside, remember the worth God has invested into them, and do not despise your brother or sister. Live wholeheartedly, knowing that you lose nothing. Live in all confidence, for God can't fail. You can't put confidence in confidence, but in God. For although things don't go the way you planned, they go better than that. Live joyfully if you can. Be free to live with what enthusiasm God grants you. Let your eyes sparkle, even behind the lids of your eyes and in the darkness, because even then, especially then, you can look past the distractions and into the light of a life eternal. Let your path each day be illumined by his words. If you can, read his book. Use the attention that you have to at least get something out of it. He has, for example, said, "I will never leave thee." We know it's true. Those of us in whom his Spirit resides. It would be profane of him to dwell in the hearts of unbelievers, but not in ours. We're cleansed by the blood of Christ. Unspoken verses of triumph, tender blossoms of charity's kisses, rushing winds of Christ's omniscience resounds in the hearts of his people. Perhaps a string in your heart has been plucked by my words this day. But without my words, Christ still speaks. Freely he instructs, freely he blesses, so freely receive. We want to receive him because not only has he loved us more than anyone, he has perfectly loved us. He showed this by the cross. Would a man give his arm or leg or eye for his child's life? Of course. But where did that love come from? God invented it. He has more. It's only natural to love in such a way. God made nature. This world operates on His love. You're supposed to need God, and you do. This is no accident. The world wasn't made by some unfeeling mechanism. Romance wasn't an accident. Attachment wasn't an afterthought. Like, we'll just throw that there for spice. No. God does things on purpose. Friendships weren't invented through sin or by the devil. All such warmth and respect is what we owe God. We owe God to treat people correctly, the correct way that He designed. His children who receive His own Spirit are dear to Him, at least as much as you've ever known.